Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be sharing lots of getting ready for fall. It has finally cooled down over here and I am loving every minute of it. I am fully embracing fall with lots of cleaning, getting ready, also some relaxing. I've also been working on some fun DIYs. A huge thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Later on in the video, I'll be sharing some really fun and easy DIYs with Cricut. Make sure you stick around, it's gonna be fun. Before I get started tackling such a big cleaning job, I always like to get a big cup of coffee. This is my favorite recently, International Delight iced coffee, and you can heat it up in the microwave and drink it hot, or you can put it on ice. It is so good and saves so much money not getting Starbucks every day. So I am going to do my dishes. Do not mind my dirty sink full of dishes here. I'm just gonna load these into the dishwasher. I have been living in the leggings and sweatshirts. It is so comfortable for around the house. This one is super oversized. It's from Walmart, but it is actually really comfortable. If you're interested in that, I will link it. It's actually a really pretty color. It's kind of like a creamy and super comfy and warm. So I pretty much did half of my cleaning in one day and then the rest in another day. So that's kind of why I'm wearing different outfits. It does take a while, but for video's sake, I compress it all. So I always love to go around the entire house, even though I'm just showing a little bit here. I really like to get all the furniture, the baseboards, the doors, the doorknobs, light switches, pretty much seasonally, just to kind of clean everything and freshen everything. If you guys know what I'm talking about, like fingerprints and dirt, it just gets everywhere, especially with kids and animals. So I really like to go around the house with a Lysol bottle and a towel and really just clean everything. I get a lot of dust type buildup on things with a ledge. So like the mirror, that's why I sprayed the mirror, because it has dust like on the inner rim of that frame. So I just like to dust everything off. Also like picture frames and stuff like that, I will just like to get the dust off of the ledge. I didn't really go overboard on the fall decorating this season. I pretty much stuck with things that I have had in the past. There wasn't really a ton of like different type things at places like Target and stuff like that. So I just kind of work with what I have lately and yeah, not really try to over consume in places that I don't really need to. So I always have a ton of different types of books. So I will switch out my books periodically and change how they look and how I stack them and that type of stuff. If you are looking for styling books, thrift stores are always the way to go. I find the majority of my books from thrift stores, and then I do get some on Amazon that I can link for you guys as well. I'm also adding this little DIY pumpkin that was actually from last year that I DIY'd, and then I like to throw a basket of these kind of warm and textured pillows. This blanket, this really pretty throw, that is also from Amazon. I will link that for you guys. It's a really pretty kind of plum color, and it also looks really pretty laying on the couch as well. This little leather pumpkin, I've actually had this for several years, so I will link something similar if I cannot find. So moving on to the coffee table. So this coffee table is from Wayfair, and I have to say I've had this for I think a year, maybe 2 years, no, maybe a year now, and it has held up so beautifully. My kids literally eat on this table every day, like after school, on the weekends, they have their cereal. Like this table gets a lot of use and it's actually held up very beautifully. I try to keep the decor very simple because this table does get a lot of use. So I usually just put my neutral colored books on here, and then I'm going to add this neutral pretty pumpkin. I got that years ago. I think it was from like Hobby Lobby or something. And then this cute little fall floral. I think I got all of those florals from Hobby Lobby, and those little pods are so cute. I believe I used the same centerpiece last year for fall decor, so I will link that if you guys are interested in making that. And then I'm just going to light a candle. This is Apple and Cedar from Elm & Co. It is so good. I love this one. It just screams fall. It is perfect. I love very simple, minimal decor. That is just my vibe. Keep things simple. It's easier to clean, but it still looks festive and pretty and nice. Moving on to the dining room table. So this is often our kind of catch-all type area. Pretty much everything gets thrown on the dining room table. And so I have to go through and kind of put things away periodically. We have been using this projector so much, especially with the weather being so nice. We've been using it outside by the fire pit. If you are looking for an amazing Christmas gift, this is highly recommended. I will link it for you guys if you're interested, but I have a little clip of how we've been using it. We've been watching movies and by the fire outside and the World Series. It has been so much fun, and the quality, the picture is just so good. We've been doing our dinners and barbecues and s'mores. We've pretty much been living out here on the weekends. The weather has just been beautiful. So I also have lots of Cricut supplies to put away because I've been DIYing quite a bit lately. I wanted to share a really fun project I made with Cricut. So using Cricut Design Space, I typed up some really beautiful fonts, some really fun graphics that I found in the Cricut Design Space. And once I got my graphics and my wording right, I was ready to cut it out. So I'm gonna arrange that on my mat for how I want it cut out. It's also going to be put on a mug, so I'm gonna wanna mirror that. So I'm gonna click that little mirror toggle right there, and the material I'm using today is the infusible ink transfer sheet. These are so cool and very impressive. Once I have my cutting mat loaded with my transfer sheet, I'm going to hit that little triangle button and let it do its thing. It is so easy and always so much fun to watch. So I'm cutting this out using my Cricut Maker 3, and I have been so excited to use the Cricut Mug Press. The Cricut Mug Press uses the Cricut infusible ink. Not only have I been super excited to use this mug press, but it is also the most special gift. It is for a housewarming gift for a really sweet couple that has bought their first home. So I'm going to be putting the text that I made in Design Space. It says, "My heart, my home." And then on the back of the mug, one of them has a little home and then the other one has a little heart on it. So it's kind of a little set. And also the mugs are also by Cricut. I will link those. It's actually a set of 4, but I'm only going to be giving them 2. I love that they're stackable because you can put them right by your coffee maker and they're just right there ready to go, and that they stack, they kind of use less space that way. So with the dark transfer side down on the mug, I'm going to cover that with some heat resistant tape, and Cricut also makes that. They really do have everything. And once I have my graphics and my images all ready to go, I'm going to put that mug right into the mug press and then press that little lever thing on the top down. Make sure it's in there really good, and it has a light and everything, and it tells you when to take it out. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes, I believe, to do one mug. And when it's done, you barely lift the handle. You don't want to touch the mug because it is hot. And I just put them on this Cricut mat to cool off. Once the mugs have completely cooled, I'm going to remove the tape and take off my transfer sheet. And it turned out so perfect. And it's literally like imprinted into the mug. It's not like a vinyl that sits on the top. It's printed into the mug, which is why the infusible ink is so cool. I just love how these turned out. They are very simple and minimal. I actually think I'm going to use the other 2 mugs and make a little set for myself. They just turned out so cute. I love using Cricut for more meaningful projects and things that I want more personable or personalized, things like housewarmings or weddings or new babies. There's just so many different things that you can do with Cricut, and I love making things more personable. To make this gift extra special, I wanted to wrap it up with a whole little housewarming gift and add a super comfy throw. I will link this one if you guys are interested. It is so good, really comfy, cozy. And with that, I'm gonna put in the super cute mugs that we just made. And I'm also going to add some really great coffee. I found that one on Amazon, and I'm also adding in these caramels, and I can wrap it in cellophane and get it ready to go. I think it turned out so perfect, and I think they're really gonna love it for a cute little housewarming. I did put some fall florals on my dining room table, and this little skeleton guy, that's about as spooky as my house will get. It actually used to be a silver little skeleton, and then I rub and buffed it gold. So continuing on with my cleaning, I am putting the chairs up. I always like to put the chairs up kind of cafeteria style, just so that the Roomba can get underneath everything. There is more dusting to do. I have a lot of little black touches in my house, and I feel like the black kind of intensifies the dust, or it just shows up more, so it drives me nuts that there is like dust on the ledges. So that is my pet peeve. So I am always dusting everything that's black in the house. So our outside patio gets pretty dirty now with 2 dogs, so I am pressure washing this patio pretty often. We have an outdoor rug out there, so that always needs to be cleaned pretty periodically as well. I know we have some rain, I can't believe it, coming this weekend, so I'm hoping that the mud kind of stays away from the patio, but it'll all just need to be cleaned eventually again. So this pressure washer is from Amazon, and we use it so much. It gets a lot of use. I use it on the patio, I use it on outdoor furniture, I use it on the walls, the trampoline. It really cleans everything so well and has held up really nicely. I like to get all the mud off. It really kind of picks up like the dirt and the grime from the patio and walls and spider webs, and it's just so much easier to clean with this thing. I also use the pressure washer to clean all of my rugs outside as well, so it is definitely a good thing to have around. You can see those spider webs like flying around like crazy. I don't even like to mess around with the spiders, so the pressure washer is perfect for getting rid of those. One reason why I love to do a patio kind of backyard cleanup in the fall is because I know it's going to get wrecked in the winter, but also we do spend quite a bit more time out here when the weather is nicer. Summer is just so blistering hot. So if you guys remember last fall, we put all of this together. We did the rock, and I will link that video. It was quite a bit of work, but it was so worth it, and we are really enjoying it even more this fall. I added some little lights to the trees going to the house, and it just adds a little bit of ambiance out there. And with the fire, it is so nice and so perfect for quality family time. If you are thinking about doing a little project like this, highly recommend. It has been such a game changer and really, really fun. It's the perfect setup for fall movie nights and the World Series, and we have been having so much fun as a family all around the fire pit. So I'm gonna be sad when it gets really cold over here because I'm gonna miss the fire pit, but who knows, maybe I'll still be out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments, what are some things that you do to get ready for fall? Are you decorating for fall or going full force into Christmas? It's just around the corner, so it'll be here before we know it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.